Hello viewers, I am Dr. Ajay Kumar Misra, welcoming you all to my YouTube channel named Computer the Way of Life. Hope this video will find you well with your family and friends. Friends, you might have realized there are many situations where lack of evidence and its proper presentation before court of law provides a path to the criminals to escape from punishment. In this digital world, the nature of crime mostly involves digital gadgets. The proper exposure of digital devices prevent the crime and also to prepare the documents if crime occurs that stands before court of law. This video is an effort to provide you an insight to understand cyber forensic and the way of its working. I hope you all will watch this video till last. That will provide a detailed idea about cyber forensic. Friends, it's a fact that to meet the upcoming challenges of a dynamic world, dependency on computer, networking and internet is increasing rapidly. Internet has no geographical limitation where we have to deal with multimedia content, that is text, sound, images, videos, animations and graphs in its digital form. Lack of common ethical standards motivate unregulated use of computer and its content and provoke digital forgery activities. We also cannot enforce a common cyber law on netizens, resulting a rapid growth in cybercrime. During 21st century, size and cost of computer and other digital devices are decreasing and their performance is increasing. The interconnection of large systems also boosts the use of digital devices. As a result, digital devices are widely used by common mass for their day-to-day activities, and chances of getting digital evidence is more prone. Here, each device acts as a potential source of digital evidence, and the information stored in computer and their log files are considered for relevance and materiality. With the increasing use of digital documents worldwide, the role of digital investigation and the scope of forensic analysis is also increasing, which plays a vital role both for victims and investigators. Cyber forensic is a branch of digital forensic used to examine cybercrimes in the cyber world. It combines the conventional scientific and forensic methods used for digital forensic analysis. Now it's a time to discuss cyber forensic in details. The term forensic stands for established scientific process to collect, analyze and present evidences collected from an investigation relating to or dealing with the application of legal problems, whereas forensic science is the use of science and technology to investigate and establish facts in criminal or civil court of law. Cyber forensic is a branch of forensic science pertaining to legal evidence found in computers and digital storage medium. It includes basics of computer fundamentals, operating system, computer ethics, computer laws, data recovery techniques, cyber investigation process, and cyber security mechanism. In other words, it is the branch of digital forensic used to investigate and analyze computer and other computing devices to collect and preserve evidence in a suitable form for presentation before court of law. Its basic objective is to carry out investigation in a structured way that maintains the sequence of documents that establish the exact happening on a computing device and who was responsible for it. Cyber forensic is generally referred as computer forensic. Before discussing more about cyber forensic, we must have to know the role of cyber forensic in criminal offenses. There are two basic concerns of any crime when it occurs. First, how did the incident happen? Next, how can it be prevented in future? The answer to these questions is difficult to generalize as it depends on the severity of the incidents. Here, the role of forensic become significant to answer the first question. In these, cyber forensic investigators first collect evidence from the crime scene and then carefully examine to trace the answer for 4W and 1H, that is, who, what, where, and why, and then how of the incidents. Then they prepare the detailed report of the incidents and try to meet all the queries of the happening that is accepted in the court of law. It also preserves the same that can be used to prevent the similar attacks in future. Next, dimensions of computer forensic. Initially, digital forensic only includes computers, specifically personal computers, for the field of study. But with the introduction of local area network, internet, and widespread use of other electronic gadgets, the term computer forensic becomes too limited to encompass the entire field. This gives birth to the concept of digital forensic. With the introduction of embedded system, digital forensic has expanded to automobiles, cellular phones, answering machines, copy and fax machines, satellite tracking system, and global positioning system. Nowadays, it also includes network forensic to investigate security breaches, hacking attempts, and data theft. This further subdivides the digital forensic to additional subdisciplines, which is shown in the diagram. Here figure 1 shows computer forensic involves many areas such as data forensic, network forensic, email forensic, web forensic, system forensic, and many more. Whereas figure 2 shows the trends in percentage involved by different sectors. In figure 2, we can observe in the areas like computer forensic and mobile forensic, there is rapid growth, followed by network forensic and multimedia forensic. Next, phases of cyber forensic. The basic goal of cyber forensic is to examine digital media in a sound manner with the aim of identifying, preserving, recovering, analyzing, and presenting facts or opinions about the digital information. This is taking place in 4 different phases: seizure, acquisition, analysis, and reporting. First, seizure. In legal terminology, digital media seized for investigation is referred as seizure or exhibit. In general, it is performed by law enforcement personnel trained to ensure the preservation of evidence. Prior to actual examination, digital media has to be seized. Then, acquisition. After seizure, an exact sector level duplicate of the media is created via a write blocking device. The process of creating a duplicate of the digital media is called acquisition or imaging. To create the duplicate, we can use hard drive duplicator or software imaging tools like COFFEE, InCase, FTK Imager, TrueBack, DCF-LDD, or FDAS. At this phase, once the duplicate is created, original drive is returned to secure storage to prevent from any tampering. Then analysis. At analysis phase, the digital document and image files are analyzed to identify evidence either in support or against a hypothesis, that is, null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis for sign of tampering. During analysis, investigators are using different tools and their heuristic to identify the evidence, followed by detailed study. Once evidence is recovered, the information is analyzed to reconstruct actions or evidence to reach conclusions. Here the testimony is based upon sufficient facts, reliable principles and methods, and the reliability of the facts of the case applied by witness. During analysis, the media is verified to ensure the original state by using hash function, and this process is called hashing. Then reporting. Once the investigation is over, information is presented in a form which is suitable for any non-technical person to understand. It may contain audit information and meta documents that is passed to the law enforcing agencies for further course of action. Next, working model of cyber forensic. Cyber forensic analysis is performed by using different scientific factors such as the type of computing, or communication devices. It also varies basing on the area of application like criminal, civil, commercial and military and content of the cases. Whatever may be the area of application, they must have to follow a standard working model as described below. In the adjacent diagram, we can observe preparation is the first step conducted prior to the actual examination to achieve the best possible estimation of the conditions related to the crime prior to happening to the crime scene. After preparation, an exact duplicate of the digital media is created and the original media is preserved. The next step is survey and recognition that involves a primary survey carried out by the investigators for evaluating the scene. After that, the documentation phase starts, which accurately maps the crime section with the help of digital data, followed by the communication shielding task. After that, the evidence collection task is performed, which includes suitable process or guidelines to make digital devices operational if possible. At this stage, all potential sources of evidences are identified and labeled correctly before packing. Then the examination task is carried out on digital duplicate to examine the content or facts collected by forensic investigators and the retrieval of knowledge. After this, the analysis is taking place, which includes further technical review performed by the investigative team on the basis of the results of the examination and the evidence. Here, all steps prior to analysis step, there is a chance or possibility of review to its previous steps. After extracting and investigating the collected evidence, it is analyzed by a number of investigators and results are concluded and finally presented in a form that improves the performance of forensic investigation. Now we will discuss about the techniques used for cyber forensic. There are number of techniques used by cyber forensic investigator to establish the particulars before the law enforcing authority. Commonly used techniques are cross-drive analysis, live analysis, deleted files, stochastic forensic and steganography. First, cross-drive analysis. In this, the information found on multiple hard disks are correlates and examined by cross-check. It is used to identify sources networks and to perform anomaly detection. Then, live analysis. In this, computers are examined to obtain data acquisition before PC is shut down from within the operating system using custom forensic or existing system admin tools to extract evidence. It is basically useful to deal with encrypting file system where the encryption keys may be collected. Then deleted files. In general, operating system and file system do not always erase physical file data that allows investigator to reconstruct it from the physical disk sectors. There is some forensic software having their own tools for recovering or carving out deleted data. Then stochastic forensics. This method uses stochastic properties of computer system to investigate activities that is lacking digital artifact. It is mainly used to investigate data theft. Then steganography. This is a technique used to hide data inside of a picture or digital image that a criminal does not want to have discovered. In this, computer forensic professionals are looking at the hash of the file and comparing it to the original image if available. Next, scope of cyber forensic. Cyber forensic is an emerging area of research and plays a vital role in crime detection process. Since its existence, its need is realized and has direct impact on various fields such as knowledge of the approach and methods of cyber investigations prevents the malicious actions taken place against the planned target. Then, recognizing the clues to identify and prevent potential cyber attacks and bringing the enforcer of the crime to justice. Then, the successful tracking back of the actions will direct the crime and identifying the responsible person involved. Then, improving standards of corporate security professionals to secure their individual corporate networks. Next, understanding the defensive measures of damage control in response to cyber attacks. Then, it provides the knowledge of the proactive methods of avoiding cyber crimes. Then, learning the various types of risk involved in computerized and networking operations. Next, constraints of cyber forensic. On having many advantages, cyber forensic also has some constraints and drawbacks, such as number 1, it is hard to prove before the law that the evidence is collected during investigation process is not tampered. Number 2, difficult to convince the authenticity before legal practitioners, those who are lacking computer knowledge. Number 3, cost involved to produce the electronic records and preserve them is not always possible. Number 4, lack of technical knowledge by the investigating officer might not offer the desired result. Number 5, in absence of standardized forensic tools, not according to specified standards, the evidence produced before court of law can be disapproved by justice. Now it's a time to discuss the trends in cyber forensic. After considering number of incidences and analysis, following trends is noticed in cyber forensic and summarized under 7 broad heads. We start with loss of forensic expertise. It refers brain training of forensic experts as they tend to flee to higher paying jobs with technology vendors and service providers. Next, data breach incidents are increasing. It is difficult to derive value from volume in absence of appropriate data mining techniques. Hence, more events, more forensic is needed. Then, lack of preparation when things go wrong. It refers, rather than relying on the technologies available, we need more skilled professionals. Then, too much data. Present resources are unable to meet the challenges to deal with log data, analyze and draw the conclusions. Next, mobile data forensic. It requires more focus to understand what's happening on smartphones like iPhones, Androids and Blackberries and not just Windows PCs. Then, volatile data collection and analysis. As we know, memory and storage require more attention as data or information mainly reside in memory that is volatile in nature. Then, civil cases increasing in sophistication. With the increasing technology, lawyers are gaining more exposure. As a result, cases are becoming more complex. After having a detailed discussion, we can draw the conclusion on cyber forensic as cyber forensic includes several fields like finance, networking, data mining, law and criminal justice. Cyber forensic professionals are working in a complex and dynamic environment where they have to face various issues and number of challenges. With the increasing trend of cloud computing, smartphones and wearable devices, online digital transactions and ubiquitous use of internet, investigation is spanning around different geographical locations and deal with different ethical limitations. In addition to this, a new trend of crime is also increasing that includes attacks in industry espionage, especially in Industry 4.0 that uses Internet of Things. This becomes worse with the use of sophisticated anti-forensic techniques and malwares. At this juncture, cyber forensic is in its infancy stage and gaining traction as a viable way of interpreting evidence. Cyber forensic is expected to face new challenges in near future. It is needless to say, law enforcing agencies, academics and security experts must have to develop new techniques and policies to collect effective evidence that stand before court of law to overcome the increasing challenges of cyber crimes. With this, I remain. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Thank you for your patient hearing. Also suggest the topic of interest you want to explain me in future.